Yo, 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 welcome to NSN Live, the Fanboy Awards. I am one of your hosts, your co-host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, as always, we do have our other co-host, Ryan Alexander. What's up, Ryan?
About time, DiNardo. Whew, only 25 minutes late on this one.
Does it happen? Does it have to happen every time? Every time. I swear, if it's DiNardo's Dugout, if it's the Fanboys, doesn't matter. There's always some issue.
Hey, the Emmys aren't always on time either, right?
Yeah,
fair
sometimes
enough. There's technical difficulties.
We had ourselves a Grammy delay.
There you go. I'm going to let you finish. But
Ooh. Speaking of which, Jesus is King tonight, midnight.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. You wouldn't.
Yep. Praise Jesus. So if you didn't notice, my hair is a little different. I got the Geddes glasses on. We're getting ready for Halloween over here, so it's getting a little weird.
I noticed. Listen, I know it's the Fanboys, and it's a big occasion. Mm-hmm. We're dressed up. You see me, I'm in my little suit here. Suit jacket maybe. You're dressed up, little tie. But Ryan, to dye the hair.
Well, you were supposed to dye yours red.
One day you'll be DiNardo and I'll be Ryan, and that way I can feel what it's like to be great.
There you go. You'll get there. You'll get there someday. But should we kick this thing off?
Let's do it. So the Fanboys, the second annual Fanboy Awards, sponsored by the Pod Hub Network. Ryan, it's a great evening. It is a great evening we have for you. We're going to give some awards. We got ourselves a live concert, if you may. A live performance by 1408. So it's lit. It's lit, Ryan. Why don't we get into it?
We got musical entertainment. This is great. Let's kick it off, DiNardo.
All right, let's do it.
The best Twitter account. We're going to kick it off. The best Twitter account. Now, this is I'm guessing is as far as Pirates Nation goes. Because the best Twitter account, DiNardo. Who does the raise it tweets on the Pirates that you're always looking for? There wasn't many of them this year, especially in the second half.
How many of them were there, Ryan?
In the second half?
Overall.
I don't know.
In total.
30. 69.
Nice.
There were 69 of them.
Even more of a reason why this is the best Twitter account.
69 times to raise it. Nice. But yeah, it's Trevor Williams, man. He always has the raise it tweets. Always comes up with something creative. He's always interacting with players. And DiNardo, one thing that made him stand out.
What's that?
He was giving shit back to the media and stuff this year.
Wow, has he ever?
You know that puts him right up on my top of my scale. So it's got to be Trevor Williams.
Trevor Williams was the first fanboy this year. Man, if you remember last year, Trevor Williams, Stephen Brault, they swept the Fanboys. Even Richard Williams.
Richard Williams.
Yeah, he had a little cameo in there. So I like it.
He got into it.
Kicking off 2019 with your reigning champions, Trevor Williams. Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan.
I feel like we should have envelopes here or something.
We'll step our game up for the third annual. How's that?
I have the award right here, DiNardo.
You know what? Mine's in the bottom of a can.
Unbelievable white claw.
I hope I didn't give it away.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't no laws, baby. All right.
What happened to your man card?
I lost that years ago. So if you have the best Twitter account, Ryan, well, you obviously have to have the worst Twitter account. Am I right?
That's right.
So we scoured the internet. I'm telling you, I spent at least 3 seconds on this, Ryan, and I've determined that the worst Twitter account. This award goes to your buddy Jonesy. How terrible can you get? It's the worst Twitter account that's ever existed in life. He celebrated his 2-year anniversary and nothing but hate towards it. There was a freaking sloth in his photo. How do you have... Okay, time out. How are you going to post a picture of you and your wife, right? And make it this marvelous thing. Oh, 2 years, the best 2 years of my life. And there's a sloth in the background. I mean, come on, bro. You couldn't find a better picture than that of you and your wife.
To be honest, I thought that was one of his best tweets of the year. I mean, it had a good looking lady in it. So most of his regular tweets, they don't even get, up to that level. So they're mostly just trash. So yeah, this was an easy one. And there's a lot of bad Twitter accounts out there, folks, especially in Pirates Nation.
Exactly. Terrible accounts.
All right, the next Fanboy Award here, DiNardo. I got the envelope. So, best Twitter account, worst Twitter account. We're going with the fan of the year. Who is the Pirates fan of the year? Now, we have a following there on Twitter, kind of our niche, trend Pirate fans that we see at games, and they're there a lot. They're PNC Park is their second home, pretty much. But the fan of the year, DiNardo, it's Kayla May.
Oh,
congratulations to Kayla May. She's the biggest Pirates fan we know, right? There's no doubt.
Look at that. The best fan of the show, Ryan. The very first comment in our stream. She says, boom. Sloths are beautiful. I don't see the issue with that. I don't see the issue here.
That was one of his better tweets of the year.
So how about that?
That's not saying much.
Hey-o. Kayla May getting a fanboy.
Congrats to Kayla.
Congrats. All right. So we got ourselves the worst, the best Twitter fan of the year. Next up, Ryan, and of course, who better than to present than myself, the Joe DiNardo Award. I mean, when it comes to baseball, Ryan, this is an outdoor event. PNC is outdoors. It's Pittsburgh. You have snow, you have heat, you have rain. Who knows what you get? You might have all three in one day. So it really depends. The fans depend on a meteorologist that you can trust. That's and right. Ryan, there's no one out there more that I could trust than our very own NS9 meteorologist. This award goes to none other than Craig Zybert. Good job, Craig. Best meteorologist, Joe DiNardo Award.
Now, Joe DiNardo, no relation?
No relation. He's DEIMDI.
That's such a disappointment, though.
It is. Which, by the way, Kayla says, she won an award, Ryan. What were we thinking? We had to allow her to make some type of speech. She would like to thank Cole Tucker and Adam Frazier for her best fan of the year award.
Good thing she kept that speech short because we're gonna get the music going.
Yeah. People can only wait on us. Doesn't work both ways.
Run her off stage. All right, so the Joe DiNardo Award. Okay, so congrats to Craig. Your gift's in the mail, or your award is in the mail. Not really. All right, let's go with the most patient follower, DiNardo. So who's pretty patient? Well, when you think of our Twitter followers
Josh
and everybody,
Bell's pretty patient.
Yeah, he became more patient this year. But as far as I don't think Josh Bell follows us though. You got to follow us to win this award.
Not yet.
But
if you want some more fanboys, he should.
DiNardo, who else is more patient than somebody that waits? I don't know. What was it? 2 years for a fidget spinner that they won, that we gave them. It was a winning fidget spinner. And they waited how long, DiNardo? How long? 2 years? 2 years. The award goes to Amanda Jane for being patient enough to hang with DiNardo and us on the North Shore 9 and not want to kill him for never getting that gift. But she finally got it. You did come through finally, DiNardo.
The fidget spinner is in tow. Actually, right now I was looking to see if I could find another fidget spinner. But
sure, she got it. She got it finally.
I know, but I remember I found that one that I never knew I had, and I actually brought it to Pittsburgh with me. But seems like somebody didn't show up to the North Shore 9 live podcast to get it. Good point. But she was a very good sport about it. It was pretty fun. Took a life of its own. But clearly, she's the most patient follower we have.
She's a nurse, DiNardo. She's got to be patient. So
good call. Good point. All right. So Ryan, let's get to this next one. So the most outstanding comedy performance. Now, mind you, Ryan, last year, we had this award, and if you guys remember, it was Jordan Luplow who won it. He threw the ball with about 50 feet above Cervelli's head at home. The clear winner there, right? The most outstanding comedy performance. Now, that was 2018. And in 2018, the Pirates were a little bit over 500. There was some gas, but there's some pretty good play and such. It was a little bit harder last year. But man, this year, Ryan, the best comedy performance in 2019 with everything that happened this year, I couldn't narrow it down. And I don't think you could narrow it down either. And truly, there's only one real winner. And it's the entire 2019 Pirates. And with that said, I give you the 2019 Pirates presented by Stilo City.
Remember the heartbreaks. Remember the tears. Getting it all together takes so many years. Remember the close ones, and there were a few. You never gave up trying to come through. Well, this is your moment. You've learned how to fly. We'll remember that long road once more, then kiss it goodbye. You gotta believe it's your turn. You gotta believe it's true. In Pittsburgh, we believe the Pirates will come through. You gotta believe it's your turn. You gotta believe it's true. You know that we believe, 'cause we believe in you. Ball deep to left. No ball. Get out of here. It's gone. The Pirates win it. It's a fly ball into left center field. Van Dyke coming over. Dived by Andy. Well, this is your moment. You learn how to fly. We'll remember that long road once more, then kiss it goodbye. You gotta believe it's your turn. You gotta believe it's true. In Pittsburgh, we believe the Pirates will come through. You gotta believe it's your turn. You gotta believe it's true. You know that we believe, 'cause we believe in you. You gotta believe it's your turn. You gotta believe it's true. That we believe and we believe in you.
So Ryan, there it is. The most outstanding comedy performance. It is the season as a total. The 2019 Pirates, again presented and thank you by Stilo City. His video right there. That video. That's the comedy performance of the year.
DiNardo, what's the saying? If you're not laughing, you're crying. So you got to laugh at this team and the season that they just went through. Because if not, I'd be passed out in a ditch crying. So, yeah, that was some good clips, some good look back at the 2019 season and all its follies. So,
if you say so, a good look back.
Yikes! Yeah.
By the way, Jim Rosati just came on Northside Notch, and
Jim
Ryan, he says you look like Joe Madden.
Yeah, that's not the look I'm kind of going for Halloween, but thanks, Jim.
The new Angels GM, or power manager. You couldn't get the Pirates one, Ryan, so you got the Angels one.
There you go. I'll take it. Whatever I can get me in the majors. No, now I'm going for president, DiNardo. Forget manager.
Wait, whoa! I thought I was the one going for president. You're getting the manager one locked up. Give me president. I want to fire you.
Either or. We'll figure it out.
Tomato. It doesn't matter, Ryan. Doesn't matter as long as nothing's there. It doesn't matter who's manager or president or GM.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get to our next set of awards. So, Bucko Mike for president. I don't know, Northside Notch. I don't know. But
yikes.
I'm for it. All right.
He does have all the winning ideas.
The next award, Ryan. So, best NS9 podcast featured guest. Now, there's not many of these. So, I mean, for one, it's pretty prestigious if you are a guest on the North Shore 9. But
that's true.
There was someone who's actually on the show this year 4 times. 4 times.
2 back to back.
That's hard to get. I mean, we're talking like, the best of SNL type of people right there. That's just this year 4 times. So here it is. None other than Joey Bag of Donuts. Joey Bag of Donuts, who's also from the Donut Bag, also from the Pod Hub Network. You're getting yourself an award 4 times this year. What else can I say? Congratulations, Joey.
Now, Joey did do a good job. He sat in for me when I couldn't make a show, and then he was at the live podcast.
I think twice actually he did that for you, right?
He may have. I mean, I didn't miss that many episodes.
He sat in for you once when you missed the show. He came on NS9 Live before you started doing NS9 Live, so that's what I'm thinking of.
Good call.
And then 2 live podcasts.
Shout out to Jim Rosati. He was one of our guests. I think Jim got a little bit robbed here. But he was only on once, and Joey did take over and was co-hosting for a couple times there. So you got to give him the shout out. All right, nice. So let's move on, DiNardo. The next award here, the next fanboy getting out. It's the VO5 award, DiNardo, for what, best hair. Now, couldn't get that Head and Shoulders sponsor.
Ryan, I tried.
We tried it.
Listen,
we tried.
I tried.
Pod Hub.
But when you go to Head and Shoulders and you present them North Shore 9 and all that we bring to the table, I didn't even get a laugh or a cry. I got nothing in return. Nothing. So, we had hit up Dollar General, VO5. But hey, sponsorship is sponsorship.
That's right. So the VO5 award goes to, wasn't here all year, but the hair was flowing, Cole Tucker.
Oh.
So I know Kayla May will like this. Look at that, Kayla May and Cole Tucker, both the winners of the Fanboys.
There you go. Match made in heaven.
It's meant to be.
As a matter of fact, she actually called this before we even announced it. Best hair, send it.
Send it in.
I will say this.
We're no dummies.
Jim has a very good write-in that didn't win, but spring training Stephen Brawl. Also,
but then he chopped it all off, which was weird.
Chop it off. He just unbraided it.
I thought he cut his hair, didn't he, at one point this year?
Oh, I mean, I think he cut it. Like he got a haircut, much like how I get a haircut. But I'm going to chop off my hair.
He wasn't bald.
I mean, when I had the mullet, I got it chopped off then. But,
cut that mullet.
I need to bring back the mullet.
There you go. It's good for the brand.
No, it's not. All right. I guess it's my turn now. All right. So, listen, as you've kind of noticed, some of our awards are named after certain people or items or such. 2019, Steve Blass's last year. You got to rename something. And, of course, we have the Steve Blass Award, which is going to go to the best play-by-play, color, whatever, announcer for the Pirates, right? Or anyone, really. So this year we are renaming it to the Steve Blass Award. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Steve Blass Award. Obviously, it's Greg Brown. So congratulations, Greg Brown. You have won the Steve Blass Award. Good job. Good job, Greg. I know you're excited. You're cheering right now as it is.
Greg could not make it due to previous engagements, but maybe next year.
He wanted to watch this pathetic Thursday night football game.
Yeah, maybe Greg can make it out next year and give out the award. So we'll go from there. By the way, I think John Wayner got screwed.
You know what? He's too analytical for me. Just way too analytical.
Maybe the Fort McHenry, he got screwed too, because I mean he's not in the booth.
No, he didn't.
He's not in the booth, but he's still on TV and he still does analysis, and he's there and he's on cruises with DiNardo. I think he
is on cruises with me. I mean, I can't help it that I just vacation with the McHenrys. I'm sorry, it's the lifestyle I live.
And we got all this talk about the president and who's going to be the GM, who's going to be the manager. DiNardo, we still got to fill an announcer spot. We don't know if it's going to be Wayner full time. Mm-hmm. That hasn't been announced. So they still got to fill they got to fill a lot of holes this offseason.
Pause.
Yeah.
Joey Wagner. There's your man.
Who?
Joey Wagner. Come on.
I was thinking Joey Bag of Donuts / Wagner the Kutch, and I was like, wait, what? Anyway, all right, let's move on.
Okay.
Most outstanding drama performance, DiNardo.
Oh boy.
Did we have this award last year?
Oh boy. Yeah, we had the comedy and drama. The drama.
Who won that?
I can't remember.
But I mean, it was a pirate, right?
I assume so.
Sure. Well, this year it's not a pirate, but it happened in a pirate game. But this actually, this guy wasn't even really a member of any of the teams that were currently in the ballpark that night.
Hold up.
So
this is the Fanboy Awards, North Shore 9, and you're telling me a pirate didn't win this?
It's true.
What team did he play for?
DiNardo, the game that he was at, he literally wasn't a member of either team at the time.
Wait, what? Was he a fan?
Yeah, he's a fanboy. The winner is Yasiel Puig as his dramatic performance when he tried to take on the whole Pirates team, and he had just been traded to Cleveland. He wasn't even a member of the Reds, technically.
Pushing and shoving. Played each other quite a bit here in the early going, and it's feisty. There's some pushing and shoving. Whole lot of hullabaloo.
Yeah, they don't feel like they did anything wrong.
And Puig is going after it now. He's throwing arms around just when you thought it had quelled. Well, Puig got his arms up.
Well, I think Puig and Cervelli were kind of jawing at each other as everybody was leaving.
There's Trevor Williams in the middle.
Well, Trevor doesn't look very happy either. Maybe he's the one that's saying something.
I'm going to take an army to hold him.
Now Garrett's on his way to the dugout, and here we go. Oh! Garrett goes in there punching. This is not a good scene at all. You could feel it brewing and brewing and brewing. And I'm not sure the umpires are going to be able to break up this one.
Well, they're going to have to look back on this. There's David Bell, who came back out of the clubhouse. Going after Clint Hurdle, evidently.
Bell has with Hurdle. Garrett went flying towards the Pirates dugout and went throwing punches. A certain suspension for him. David Bell, who had already been ejected from this game, out of the dugout, trying to get to Clint Hurdle. And they got to separate these two teams somehow. And now Puig from the back. Puig coming at Crick. cooler heads need to prevail here. They need to get Puig off the field. They need to get David Bell off the field. They're holding back Votto in the melee.
Hopefully there are no injuries.
These two teams to play a game.
And there you have it, Ryan. Clearly the most outstanding drama performance. As you mentioned, not even a Pirate, but I mean, look at that. 2 separate brawls, 2 separate teams, 1 uniform. It's got to be Yasiel Puig. So I like it.
Fight night at PNC Park, man. That was wild. And then he got traded. He gets traded to the Indians, and he's trying to take on the team there. Oh, good times. Gonna miss that guy. My God,
the Indians, man. That's all I can think of is like, what were they thinking when they saw that? All right.
Right.
So let's get down into some real nitty gritty, some real awards by these players. So, we got the fanboys out of here. Let's start off. Comeback Player of the Year. Now, Ryan, this is kind of intriguing. You can say there was quite a few nominees for this one, but to me, I feel it goes down to one single player. This guy definitely deserved it. You and I think both felt he probably wasn't going to make the roster. Not going to make the roster.
Right.
Turns out this guy makes the whole entire season. Pretty solid stats. And as a matter of fact, Ryan, you lost a bet because of this person. You literally lost a bet because you were a naysayer. You weren't a fanboy of the Comeback Player of the Year. And with that, Ryan, I
was too negative.
I give you the Comeback Player of the Year, Francisco Liriano.
Yeah. I gotta give props to where props due. He was, I mean, like you said, we didn't think he was going to make the team. I didn't think he was. Like, what are we really need a loogie in the bullpen these days? Because you didn't really want him facing right-handers. And
at least you didn't think
as
you
we
did.
found out from Josh Brown in his bet, Liriano ended up, top 3 reliever for the Pirates, at least in the first half. Kind of tailed off at the second half, but I mean, at his age,
still, I think he ended up top 3.
Right, what he was able to do at his age, coming out of the pen, and I think he even said it when, we needed a starter. He didn't want to go back to starting. He was comfortable in that bullpen role, and it was working for him. So, Comeback Player of the Year, there he is.
There you have it. I like it.
All right, next one, DiNardo. It's the Around the 412 Award.
What?
Now, you say, well, what's that award? Is that an award for shitty podcasts? No. That's
it could be.
Award.
It could be.
It could be. It's basically the award for who declined this year. Decline, though. And we had a lot of them. We had a lot of choices on this one, DiNardo. But I think the Around the 412 Awards got to go to Trevor Williams, who also picks up. He's the first one to pick up his second Fanboy of the Night. So he's cleaning up again, but he's cleaning up for kind of the wrong reason here.
I'm thinking he'd rather have one right now.
Right, because he cleaned up last year on some of the fanboys. But this one, look, you knew Williams was going to regress. You knew there was going to be some regression. Came into this year at a 3.11 ERA in 2018. I don't think I saw this kind of regression coming. Added a whole 2 runs onto his earned run average. 5.38 through less innings, DiNardo, less starts, worse FIP, a lot more home runs given up, a lot more hits given up.
Right.
It was bad. It wasn't good.
Yeah, it was definitely disappointing. I mean, for one who thought, last year was kind of an anomaly, he's definitely overachieving. It was going to even out. He went way, way to the other mean and extreme. So I think this was kind of an easy one. We have ones. Jim mentions Diaz. I mean, that was definitely one in contention. Yeah. He was certainly a nominee. But But I think we got to give it to Trevor Williams just because it went from really, really good. I mean, you're talking like Cy Young numbers second half last year. And you look at the overall numbers, very, very good numbers. And then, then you're talking, is he even a rotation guy? So, unfortunately, he does get his second fanboy of the evening. Next up, Ryan. Well, I'm kind of stealing your thunder here. This is the one that you definitely wanted. Do you want to take it? Do you want me to move on to the next one?
I can. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
So we got a new award here at DiNardo. And this one's named after the player that's winning the award this year. And we're going to basically keep this going on every year. So, DiNardo, it's the Lonnie Chisenhall Award. Now, for anybody just joining us in 2019, Lonnie Chisenhall was a Pirate this year, technically. Probably didn't see him on the field. You know what? You could have seen him in spring training if you were lucky enough to be down there in the first couple weeks as he was there. So the Lonnie Chisenhall Award, you're saying, well, what's that, DiNardo? Mm-hmm. It's basically going to be given out to a player who got paid and did pretty much the least amount of anything. And I can't think of a better person to name this award after, if that was the premise, than Lonnie Chisenhall. Lonnie Chisenhall, we never saw him. He wasn't here. He was injured from spring training on, and he collected a paycheck that the Pirates, that Nutting wrote, and he didn't do anything, DiNardo. This guy's like my hero.
Right.
He didn't even show up in the dugout.
Absolutely. I'm with you, man. As a matter of fact, so we have a special surprise. All right. Now, I know Kayla, through Twitch was able to give her acceptance speech. That was pretty cool, but no one's been on the show to actually do so. So, as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, here with us tonight to accept his award, Lonnie Chisenhall. Kudos, Lonnie. Congratulations.
That was a great speech.
Excellent. I couldn't have said it better.
Yep.
It's glad he's very deserving and he's excited about that. So I don't know.
He pretty much summed up the year for him.
Do you think Lonnie Chisenhall could be a 2-time recipient?
I mean, he could be next year for some other team. Now, I don't know. He might not show up and play again, but I don't think it's going to be with the Pirates.
All right. We'll see. We will see.
He could come cheap, though, DiNardo, and we love cheap players.
All right. At least something. At least give us I'll tell you what. Actually, as a matter of fact, he was probably one of our highest WAR players on the team at 0 WAR. So it might have actually been money well invested.
Good point.
So, all right. So next award, Ryan. Let's go on to the Most Improved Player Award. Now, this one's kind of tough because as we mentioned, Ryan, last year was a pretty good year. And to say anyone improved over from last year to this year, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to find. But one clearly stands out. And to say there's probably 2 of them on the top of our heads, Ryan. One of them I'll mention who didn't make it. One of them was Kevin Newman, but I felt you and I both to the same degree. It was very, very small sample size, came up in September. How to use that as a comeback player. One really stood out as a true comeback player. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the winner, Josh Bell. I mean, how do you go from, even though his first season and second season was about the same productivity-wise, they were done differently. But after the second year, Ryan, there was certainly some doubts. I mean, you had Ozuna back in the conversation of a starting first baseman,
Right.
Think about that. You had Ozuna in the conversation of maybe he should be starting first base or others. And then this guy's in the home run derby. He's in the likes of freaking like Joe DiMaggio, all the all-time greats. It's easily Josh Bell. Even though he steadied off a bit, those numbers he put up and ending his season quickly, whatever.
Shortly.
I'm good with words. I have the best words. Josh Bell.
He was hitting balls he was hitting balls in the river, on a routine basis, it seemed. And I mean, DiNardo, you don't have to look any further than the over-under that we did. What did we set his home run total at? Like 14, 16 and a half, somewhere around there?
I think was it 18 or was that the year before?
And I think it was the year, dude.
I took the under. Whatever it was, I obviously
it was like
took the
16
under,
and a half, maybe.
I can't win. I can't win a Fanboy.
He broke that in May. So yeah, it's definitely Josh Bell. And there was a lot of delts, on Twitter and stuff coming into this year about him. You just didn't know. You saw two different types of players the first 2 years, and this year you saw him take that step forward, and that's what Eckstein gives you, man. So yeah, it's definitely Josh Bell
for sure,
most improved. So all right, DiNardo, it's time to give out the Fanboy for the Rookie of the Year. Now, this guy, kind of an easy one here. This guy was, he was up for almost NL Rookie of the Year. You could put him up in that conversation. But no suspense here. Oop.
Montana DiRapu. I'm calling it.
Yeah, there was a lot of options in that bullpen. We could have went with any of them guys. Go with Hartlieb. No, the winner, DiNardo, was Brian Reynolds, Rookie of the Year. This kid did it all, man. He might be his first of a couple Fanboys here, but dude, Brian Reynolds, the guy came up, he hit, just continued to hit. He flashed power, okay defense in the corner outfield position, and he just kept doing it. He kept doing it all year. So, Brian Reynolds, congratulations. First of many Fanboys.
First of many? Uh-oh, Ryan. Is that foreshadowing?
Well, it's foreshadowing, but I'm talking about his career,
Oh, okay. I can get on board. Yeah, unless, of course, he's traded because the Pirates are cheap.
But he's cheap because he's not making much money.
That's not the narrative. You don't give out Fanboys because you're rational.
That's right. We made that Archer trade because we were cheap.
Right.
I forgot the narrative.
All right. So, with this said, this wraps up our third portion of the night. So, as we've promised, we do have a musical guest, right? We have a performance tonight by 1408. Ladies and gentlemen, I present 1408. This is their song called Respirator.
In the battle
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 1408 Respirator, which also, by the way, shout out. That is my brother-in-law's band. My wife's brother. He is the guitarist. So, yeah, shout out. Look him up if you want, if you liked it. If you didn't, GFY. Anyways, all right.
Got the musical number. Good stuff.
What a live performance, by the way. So give it up in Studio B of the North Shore Line Studios.
Yeah, downtown Jacksonville. Let's head there for the musical performance. On Twitter, Bucko Mike says I look like Lanny Terry. Like, all right.
That honestly needs to be your manager. If you do get manager, Ryan, which I think the odds, sources have said the odds have stayed and remained the same since the firing of Kunle. So you're still sitting pretty. So
yeah, we're not dealing with the white noise, president, GM. We're just focused on getting the job. So we're not dealing with any of that white noise.
Right. Yeah. That's what it is.
Bucko Mike might be my bench coach.
Jim's the one that said Bucko Mike for president. I think that's what he said. But either way, Bucko Mike in the organization, I'm ready. I'm down for that. And I'm ready for the exclusive interview as well. All right. So let's go ahead and finish up the award show, Ryan. So back to the prestigious awards. Now here it comes. When you talk about the fanboys, nothing gets better than these ones right here. So let's start it up. Every one of them is a nickname. Because like we said, this is the most prestigious awards. Starting off with the Jack Wilson Award, Ryan. Jack Flash, Jumpin' Jack. You know what this is all about. Clearly defense. Everyone knows what Jack Wilson's about. Defense, except for that 1 year when he had the bat. So... when you look at the 2019 Pirates, clearly this guy stands out as the best defender, heads over shoulders, right? And honestly, he's a Gold Glove finalist, so it's quite obvious. A true defender, his craft is prestigious. Ryan, I present to you with the Jack Wilson Award, Adam Frazier. Adam Frazier, baby. Congrats.
DiNardo. He can field, David.
He can field, David. He can hit, he can field, he can do it all.
Now, say what you will, the Gold Glove Award, fielding percentage, blah, blah, whatnot. But DiNardo, what was he, second in the NL in fielding percentage among second baseman?
Stop it. Don't bring up fielding percentage.
Right.
Stop it.
Like, whatever. But coming into after last year, like, if I'd have told you Frazier was going to be a Gold Glove finalist,
Stop it.
You'd have been like, did half the teams like fall off the map in the NL? Like, what happened there? This is wild. I hope he wins it. Just a little more.
How crazy would it be if he won it? How crazy? Just to make the award seem even more stupid than it already is.
Not like legitimate. Yeah.
Right. And but then for the fact that everyone was like, he can't play defense, and then he wins a Gold Glove.
It'd just be one more piece of evidence that I could throw at Evil Neil next year. That's all.
Which is why you should be the manager.
There it is. Nailed it. All right, next one, DiNardo.
Boom.
That's wild. The Mark Melancon Award. So obviously the best reliever. DiNardo, we're going to announce here. There was, probably the winner of this award ended up in jail, so he's not allowed to win. So we're going to give the Mark Melancon Award here to the winner is Keone Kela.
Kela,
because Kela,
he's Kela good. He's Kela good, baby.
He is Kela good. And I mean, look, he had his struggles this year early on, missed some time, came back. DiNardo, he was really good. And we're hoping, going into next year, he can build on that because he's going to have to.
Kind of hoping he gets traded, but okay.
He's probably going to be the closer next year, maybe with him and Crick. But we've come to find out not only can Kela pitch, late in the bullpen, late in the game with the game on the line, But DiNardo, he doesn't like what you're wearing or something you say. He might beat your ass too.
As you saw at the end of the Puig video.
There it is.
He was ready to throw down.
Or his own bullpen coach.
Or that too. Yeah, or that too.
So, Keona Kella, getting his fanboy.
I like it. Well respected. The Mark Melanson. Mark the Shark goes to Keona Kella. All right. Well, Ryan, when you think top pitchers, other than, Steve Blass, of course, in the Pirates organization, you think of Doug Drabeck, right? So the Doug Drabeck Award, this prestigious award given to the best starting pitcher on the Pirates organization. And, I mean, when you look at this 2019 rotation, it was very, very hard to pick from. So many prestigious options that we had. So we were able to narrow it down. And Ryan, I do present to you the 2019 Doug Drabeck Award. Man, Doug could not be any happier knowing this has been presented to this pitcher here. Again, just such excellence. When he wakes up, he just pisses excellence. Joe Musgrove, the best pitcher the Pirates had this year. Joe Musgrove, baby. We won the Cole trade.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this might be a little bit more of an indictment of the actual starting rotation this year. I mean, look, we already talked about Trevor Williams declining. Chris Archer had an ERA over 5. Jordan Lyles had an ERA over 5 and then was, gone. He went to Milwaukee. Stephen Brault was probably the next in line, DiNardo, as far as effective pitching.
Right.
Mitch Keller, good peripherals, ended with a 7 ERA. My God, Agrizal made 14 starts for this team? Good Lord.
Jeez, it was 14.
It's Musgrove, but
why did it seem like it was 5?
I don't know, but I don't know.
I mean, I guess when you look at hindsight and think about it, yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20, Ryan, unless you're looking into the future of next year.
By default, DiNardo, it's Joe Musgrove.
Yes, it is. Oh, man. Yes, it is.
Jamison Tyone on the shelf after 7 starts. Oh, my God. What a year. What a year. All right, let's move on. So, we're going through some great Pirate names here, too. So, the second to last fanboy we're giving out tonight, DiNardo, the Brian Giles Award. Brian Giles, besides being a weird dude, was one of the best hitters in Pirates history. So this is for the best Pirates hitter in 2019. And DiNardo, this will be his second fanboy. None other than Josh Bell. I mean, look, Josh Bell led the team in home runs, 37. Had 116 RBIs, DiNardo, because I know they matter. And a 936 OPS. Josh Bell was it. Like you said, he tapered off, especially early in the second half. But he was kind of shut down towards the end, which everybody was. But Josh Bell had a hell of a year. Best hitter. Lock it up. Give him the award. His second fanboy of the night.
Send it in. I like the award. Definitely deserving of it. It's a shame he had those struggles to begin the second half because, and again, I know people keep thinking like the second half he really struggled, but he really didn't. There was a gap in time where he did, but he came back and still was productive. Ends the season pretty productive. Gets shut down early because he could have had 40 home runs and 120 RBIs, and like you said, does it really matter? No, but those are still benchmarks. I mean, it's still cool. 38 home runs isn't cool. 40 kind of is. Excuse me. So, unfortunately, he doesn't end those, but definitely a good hitter. But I'll tell you what, it was tough. It was tough to really equate if it's going to be him or someone else, which leads us to the next award, Ryan, the MVP of the season. And when you think MVP, right, the best player, it's got to be the Barry Bonds Award. I mean, he's the GOAT.
Word.
He's a clear-cut Hall of Famer who's not in the Hall of Fame. And he should be.
Should be.
So, the best player, the Barry Bonds Award, best player of 2019. It's Brian Reynolds. Man, think about this. I mean, he locked up the Rookie of the Year like you mentioned.
Yep.
And as a rookie, he gets the Barry Bonds Award. Prestigious. And he didn't even play a full season. You know, it was, as mentioned, it really came down to either him or Josh Bell. And as unfortunately, as great of an offense Bell had, the power was there. You know, the defense really wasn't. As you saw in Stilo City's video, I mean, that throw to home plate, come on now. Come on. Defense matters some. Brian Reynolds, you know, he wasn't the best defender, but he held his own. His offense was there. I mean, he was, for the longest time, you know, holding his own as also a batting champion as the rookie. So hand it to him. You know, he had a little bit of a struggle the past few weeks, but coming up for not even a full season, what he provided, to me, it was hands down Brian Reynolds as the MVP this season. So there you go. Locks it up. The final award of the Fanboys, Brian Reynolds as your Barry Bonds Awards participant and winner.
So if you were scoring at home, Reynolds takes two Fanboys home, Bell takes 2, and Trevor Williams takes 2 home. One of them wasn't very good to take home, but 2 for those 3. Those are our multi-winners.
Taking home some multiple Fanboys.
That's right. And DiNardo, you know, Stephen Brault, we mentioned about Trevor Williams and Stephen Brault last year taking home. They were cleaning up. Stephen Brault absent from the ballot this year. So
you know he was, and you know part of that could be on us. You know, I want to say last year was a lot of like superlatives. I think we're sticking more towards awards going forward like this. So, you know, part of that is why Stephen Brault didn't. Not to take away from Stephen Brault's performance. You know, as Caleb May pointed out there, he could have won the comeback player. You know, he could have won the Drebeck Award, but of course, you know, there's not enough starts there. There just wasn't. You know, when he wasn't there, he was very effective, but he didn't have the total numbers, more or less. So, I mean, he was close. You know, he had a nice season, especially for what, you know, he was predicted to have this year. So, you know, not taking away from that, but yeah, he does go home with no Fanboys. I'm sorry. Sorry.
0 Fanboys.
Work on the flow next year. You know, you might be able to get that.
You never know. He'll be back next year. And you know what, DiNardo, too, they didn't really podcast this year.
You know what? Dinosaur Shoddy makes a good point. Yeah, well, it was in season, and I think the way season went, I do want to say, you know what? There was Dinosaur Shoddy makes a good point. He did have the nicest amount of fastballs. That could have been an award. So
he loves that fastball.
He had the nicest amount of them all. Which on this, did you know that there's 69 days until 2020?
I didn't know that.
By the way, there you go. There's that.
Now I know it.
There you go, baby. This is why you come to the Fanboys. This is the information.
They're starting the music on us, DiNardo.
Oh boy. Oh, we're getting kicked off our own stage. Show. All right, you want to send us home, Ryan?
Another great evening here. I'll tell you what. 2 shows in a row, DiNardo, wearing a suit and tie. I'm out next week. I'm going to be in like my pajamas.
Sweats.
2 weeks from now.
Sweatpants, baby.
That's right. So, no, good show. Another Fanboys, kind of wrap up the season, and it's all about the off season and in the new crew moving forward, DiNardo. We got some happenings happening in the front office.
That's right. So, and what I want to know is tweet us now, right before anything happens. Tweet us now so you can stand out for the 3rd annual Fanboys. Let us know how many Ryan is going to win during his rookie manager season.
That's right.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
I'll probably win the Lonnie Chisenhall Award.
I don't know. Yeah, you might get the Lonnie Chisenhall one.
Won't be doing anything.
Right. All right.
There you go.
Well, there's our show. Thank you for coming out and joining. We will be on, of course, this Sunday. Monday. Check that out. This Monday, we'll be recording our podcast. That way we get all the live entertainment about Frank Coonelly. We get to hear nutting talk. Who knows what's going to happen? So we're going to wait one day to do our podcast. We get all that information. And then, of course, 2 weeks from now, we will return for NS9 Live. Next Thursday is going to be DiNardo's Dugout. We will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.